How to reduce stress by altering your stress reactions. Stress is a spiral, and to decrease its effect, you'll have to alter your stress reactions. You will need experimentation, simplification, friends, hobbies, and exercise. Optional, a health professional. Step 1. Examine how you react to stress to try to understand what spurs on the anger or tension to control you. Experiment with modifying your normal responses, such as a tendency to panic, by breathing slowly when you would normally be inclined to hyperventilate or obsess. Step 2. Unclench jaws, neck, and shoulders to stem the tension and the unexplained physical pain that follows. Step 3. Cut back on activities and simplify your schedule instead of calling in sick to work or giving in to anxiety. If you can, delegate duties to others. You don't have to take on everything yourself. Step 4. Set realistic goals for tasks, rather than magnifying the inevitable disappointments you set yourself up for. Train yourself to embrace small triumphs and find some good in the usual procession of perceived setbacks. Plan and prepare each day to prevent stress-producing time crunches. Turning to smoking, drinking, and drug-taking are common resorts for managing stress, giving an illusion that the lift is a reduction of anxiety, which only returns with a vengeance. Step 5. Surround yourself with positive people when you feel lonely and isolated, and when you know that an eruption is coming. Find a way to enhance your sense of well-being in a safe environment if you've been overreacting to friends, loved ones, and fellow workers. Step 6. Take up a hobby to distract yourself from your anxieties and use it to calm the mind in anticipation of stressful events. This helps strike a balance in your work and personal life. Reading, arts, crafts, gardening, sports, music, anything out of the ordinary that's free of pressure, measurement, or obligations will do. Step 7. Combat the fight or flight urge through energy release of exercise. Stress-induced tension makes us want to run or beat off the wolf at the psychic door, so use that impulse and wear yourself out with some beneficial running, swimming, or aerobic. See a doctor, counselor, or other health professional to get a handle on your tension and self-defeating habits. Step 8. Try breathing exercises. Inhale when the stress is high on a long, slow 7 count. Hold for another 7, then release through pursed lips on the same count. This returns oxygen to the body that is depleted due to anxiety. This simple breathing trick can help whenever emotions are running high. Step 9. Make sure that you get enough sleep at night. While some people joke they are too busy to sleep, using caffeine to stay awake or going through your day weary and tired can make you more prone to snap at your peers. Taking care of your body through exercise, loosening tense muscles, relaxing, getting the right amount of rest, and remembering to breathe can go a long way in improving your outlook on the most stressful situations. Did you know by 2006, mood disorders were costing employers more than $50 billion per year in lost productivity and over 321 million lost workdays?
How to practice Buddhist breathing meditation. In Buddhism, meditation serves to calm and control the mind and is essential to break the cycle of suffering and attain enlightenment. Follow these steps for mindfulness of breathing meditation, one of the 2 simplest meditations. You will need understanding and acceptance of what you are going to do, and a place where you will not be interrupted. Optional: a meditation bench or chair, a cushion, a blanket, a timer, a meditation track on a music player, or a watch or clock. And something pleasant to gaze upon, like a plant, statue of the Buddha, or pretty vase. Step 1. Find a position in which you can sit comfortably for the meditation. You can kneel using a meditation bench, sit cross-legged on the floor, or sit upright on a chair. Use a cushion to support your back if necessary, and wrap yourself in a blanket if you'd like extra warmth. Step 2. Decide how long each of the 4 phases of the meditation will be. 5 minutes is a good length of time for beginners. Step 3. Set the timer or select a track on your music player that corresponds to the length of time you have chosen for the first phase. Step 4. To prepare yourself for the meditation, bring your awareness into the present. For a few seconds, focus your gaze on something pleasant, like a plant, statue of the Buddha, or pretty vase, to ground yourself in the present. Step 5. Close your eyes and scan your body to become fully aware of it. Begin with your toes and move slowly along your feet and up your legs, back and pelvis, through your hands and arms, and finally up to your neck and head. Step 6. Reflect on what you want to achieve from this meditation. For example, dealing with a particular source of distress or developing your meditation skills further. Step 7. Commit yourself to practicing seriously. Step 8. Keeping your eyes gently closed throughout the practice, bring your awareness to your breathing. Notice everything you can about the breath, the path of the inhalation down your throat, how your diaphragm moves and your chest rises, the slight pause before the exhalation, and how the exhalation passes out of your nostrils. To begin, take a slightly deeper breath to help you focus on your breathing. Step 9. To start the first phase of the meditation, count 1 after the first breath, 2 after the second, and so on up to 10. Then start again at 1. Do this for the planned length of time. If your mind wanders, bring it gently back to the breath and start counting again from 1. Step 10. For the second phase of meditation, count before each breath. Did you know mindfulness of breathing meditation dates all the way back to the Buddha himself, who was born in the 6th century BCE?
How to pack for college. People talk about packing for college as though it were a major life event, like getting married. It's not. Here are some tips on how to put objects in boxes. You will need possessions and boxes to put them in. Step 1. Find out what items you're not allowed to bring. Your college probably lists these restrictions online. Step 2. Contact your future roommate to discuss what each of you is bringing. Some objects you only need one of. Step 3. Start with the basics. Bedding of the proper size, a towel, toiletries. Don't go overboard. You will be capable of purchasing objects once you leave home. Dorm rooms often have unusual bed sizes, like twin extra long. Don't buy sheets until you know what will fit. Step 4. Don't pack every bit of clothing you own. You'll probably go home for fall or winter break, so you can pick up what you need then. Going to college is a unique opportunity to change your identity. Pack accordingly. Sometimes it's better to be without an object than to have something that's embarrassing. Step 5. Consult a packing list to remind yourself what else to bring. Your school probably sent you a list, and there are plenty online. Step 6. Pack as few heavy objects as possible. You'll be carrying around everything you bring for the next 4 years. Don't bring more than a few books from home. You won't have the time to read them, and books are very heavy. Step 7. Load up your stuff and get going. If you're shipping boxes, call the admissions office to find out exactly where and when you'll be able to pick them up. Did you know? In 2004, a homeless NYU sophomore spent 8 months sleeping overnight in the basement of the campus library.
How to live on a budget. They don't call it minimum wage for nothing. How's a guy supposed to get ahead breaking his back 24/7 when all it gets you is chicken scratch? My friend, you need a budget. You will need discipline and the ability to add, subtract, multiply, and divide. Optional, a bank or credit union. Step 1. Add up all your income. Step 2. Divide the total by the number of months it took you to earn it. The result is your monthly income. Step 3. Add up your essential monthly expenses like food, rent, transportation, and personal necessities. Step 4. Next, add up your non-essential monthly spending. Step 5. Now, add up your expenses and pray the total is lower than your monthly income. If your expenses exceed your income, you'll need to cut back on non-essential items. Step 6. Once your numbers are set, stick to them. Discipline is the key to living on a budget. Try to set aside a small portion of your income on a regular basis. Make sure to deposit it in a secure savings institution. Step 7. Take public transportation or carpool with friends to save on gas. Walking is free and it's great exercise. Step 8. Be frugal. Stop buying brand name clothes and fancy foods. Stop drinking lattes. Don't order takeout. Instead of buying napkins, wipe your mouth on your sleeve. Step 9. Buy anything you can secondhand. Thrift stores often sell household goods and perfectly good used clothing. Congratulations! You're on your way to a happier and more profitable future. Did you know more than 80% of undergrads have at least one credit card, and nearly 50% have 4 or more?
How to make chocolate pudding. Chocolate pudding is a popular and delicious dessert and easy to make from scratch. You will need a medium saucepan, a half a cup of cocoa powder, a half a cup of sugar, 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, 2 cups of milk, a whisk, an egg, a small mixing bowl, a quarter cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips, and small ramekins. Step 1. Mix the cocoa powder, sugar, and cornstarch in a medium saucepan. Step 2. Place the saucepan over medium heat and whisk in the milk. Bring the mixture to a boil and continue to stir until it thickens. Step 3. Add a teaspoon of your heated mixture to the bowl to temper the egg. Mix your egg and a small amount of heated mixture very quickly until everything is warm. Step 4. Add the tempered egg to the rest of the mixture. Step 5. Add the chocolate chips to the heated mixture, stirring until they melt. Step 6. Pour the pudding into small ramekins and refrigerate for an hour. Then grab a spoon and enjoy. Did you know? According to census information, 1,233 establishments manufactured chocolate in 2007.
How to meditate. Meditation isn't just for yogis or New Age gurus. It's a scientifically proven stress buster that anyone can learn to do. You will need comfortable clothing, a quiet place, an empty stomach, focus, and consistency. Optional, a mantra. Step 1. Wear loose, comfortable clothing. Step 2. Find a quiet spot where you won't be disturbed. Try to meditate in the same place every day. Step 3. Choose a daily meditation time. Yogis say the best time to meditate is between 4 a.m. and 6 a.m. But it's more important to practice at the same time every day than at the ideal time. Always meditate on an empty stomach. Research shows that digestion interferes with the positive physiological effects of meditation. Step 4. Find a comfortable chair or bench and sit with your back straight and your feet flat on the floor. You may sit with your legs crossed, lotus style if you like, but it's not necessary. Place your hands on your knees, palms up, tilt your head forward slightly, and close your eyes. If you feel yourself nodding off, open your eyes halfway. Maintaining good posture also will help you stay awake. Step 5. Close your mouth and begin inhaling deeply and exhaling gently, making sure your belly expands as you breathe in. Step 6. Clear your mind by focusing on your breathing, how it feels, doing it correctly, and so on. Some people find that having a mantra, a word or phrase that they can repeat over and over, helps them block out thoughts. Step 7. Try to build up a daily 20-minute meditation, but aim first for consistency. It's better to meditate just for a few minutes every single day than to do it for 20 minutes sporadically. Did you know? People who meditate are less likely to catch the flu.
How to work from anywhere. A computer and a cell phone can be your ticket to freedom. Just don't make it too obvious that you're out and about. You will need a laptop with an AC adapter, a smartphone, file synchronization software, backup systems, a large flash drive, Google Documents, and a home office backdrop. Optional, a laptop Connect card. Step 1. Make sure you have the basics to go office-free. A laptop with wireless access, a good cell phone, and an AC adapter so you can plug in anywhere. Getting a laptop Connect card for your computer will allow you to access the internet through your cellular network, so you won't need a separate wireless connection. Step 2. Make sure your smartphone can access your company email. That way you won't always be tethered to the computer. Step 3. Set up a distinct ringtone for your bosses and clients, so you know when to answer with your serious voice. Step 4. Transfer files from your hard drive onto a flash drive so you can access them from the road. A 2 gig drive should probably be enough. Set up important files from your office as Google Documents, which you can access from any internet-connected computer. Step 5. Install file synchronization software so your work computer, laptop, and handheld wireless device are all kept up to date. Step 6. If you really want to go overboard, take a picture of your home workspace and have a backdrop of it made. That way, no matter where you are, you can prop it up behind you for a video conference call. Step 7. Install software on all your devices that backs up your files online. Accidents can happen when you're working on the road. Did you know? The average daily commute to work takes 24.3 minutes, according to the U.S. Census Bureau.
How to say the act of contrition. When a Catholic finishes confessing, a priest often assigns a penance that includes an act of contrition. Ever wonder what this act would require of you? You will need belief in God, sin, sorrow and regret, fear of punishment, love, and repentance. Optional, the sacrament of penance and reconciliation, and a good memory. Step 1. Having committed a sin, or several you believe violate God's law, seek to make amends. Step 2. Go to confession, officially called the Sacrament of Penance and Reconciliation, and receive the act of contrition as part of your penance. You don't need to go to confession every time you feel your behavior warrants an act of contrition. Simply recite the prayer with sincerity. Step 3. Recite the short prayer known as the act of contrition. Better yet, try to memorize it. This is the most common version. O my God, I am heartily sorry for having offended thee, and I detest all my sins, because of thy just punishments, but most of all because they offend thee, my God, who art all good and deserving of all my love. I firmly resolve, with the help of thy grace, to sin no more, and to avoid the near occasion of sin. Amen. Step 4. Notice what the prayer requires: sorrow for offending God, regret for all your sins, fear of divine retribution, love for a good God, and resolve to sin no more with the help of God's grace. Step 5. Now you know the essential elements of penance and can adapt them for life outside the confessional. Your family and friends will no doubt love you even more for your penitential attitude. Did you know there are 3 other traditional act prayers: act of faith, act of hope, and act of love?
How to spend quality time with your parents. Hanging out with the folks can be fun. Really, trust us. You will need an open mind, a project, event, or activity, and a positive attitude. Step 1. Do something active. Take a hike together, go cycling, rent some jet skis. Exercise increases the brain's production of endorphins, the feel-good chemicals, putting everyone in a good mood. Step 2. Try something new, preferably daring. Research shows that sharing a new experience, especially one that's a little scary, helps people bond. Step 3. Play a game where the family can divide into teams, like you and your dad against your mom and brother in a game of bowling, tennis, or golf. Rooting for the same side is a great equalizer. Ask your parents about their past. It's a safe subject that they'll warm to. Plus, it will remind you that your parents were once young too. Step 4. Laugh with each other. Rent a few comedies, take in some stand-up acts, or just exchange funny family stories around the dinner table. Psychologists who have researched laughter say that it builds strong connections. Step 5. Play cards together. According to one study, you can learn more about a person in one game of cards than you could on 12 dates. Imagine what insights you could gain into people you've known your whole life. Did you know? According to one poll, 67% of American teens say they want to spend more time with their parents.
How to make your allowance last longer. Learn how to manage your allowance so you can set aside some money for special goals like college funds or a computer. You will need discipline, a journal, and money. Optional, envelopes. Step 1. Set goals for the short term and the long term. A short-term goal may be something less expensive, while a long-term goal may cost more. Step 2. Figure out how much of your allowance you want to save and how much you want to spend. Put aside a percentage for your long-term goals. Take 2 envelopes, write spend on one and save on the other, and use them for motivation. Step 3. Ask for small bills so you can easily separate what you want to save from what you intend to spend. Step 4. Make a list of everything you buy. If you are not saving as much as you'd like, refer to your journal for clues as to why. Step 5. Avoid buying a lot of small things which add up surprisingly quickly and will eat up your allowance before you know it. Step 6. Don't worry about what your friends are doing with their allowances. Stick to your goals. Did you know? As of 2006, it cost the U.S. government about 1.23 cents to print a penny.
How to get up in the morning. Getting up is a drag without a plan. Anticipate your day by outmaneuvering your first impulses to stay under the covers. You will need discipline, objectives, and food. Step 1. Make a long-term plan to discipline yourself to get up early. Set the alarm to wake up earlier than needed at first. Then set the clock across the room with a new rule. Once up, no going back. Step 2. Get to bed earlier than normal, even if only to read for an hour before dozing off. Use a fan for white noise so that sleep will be uninterrupted and deeper. Step 3. Train bodily habits to accommodate sleep and quick waking by reducing water intake at night. Keep a tall glass by the bed for morning and drink it when you wake up. This will help you wake up and get you out of bed more quickly. Step 4. Reward yourself for getting up with your favorite breakfast foods. Sitting quietly to reflect or to read before starting the day may be reward enough. Create a life with purpose and daily goals that excite you. Step 5. Create tasks that must be done right away in the morning before the actual workday starts, whether exercise, cleaning, or fixing something around the house. Step 6. Eat for waking up by ingesting the greatest amount of your daily calories in the morning and during the day, and eating a smaller meal at night so that instead of digesting a heavy meal, the body can repair and rejuvenate while you sleep. Wake rested and a little hungry, which will give you the added oomph you need to get up. Did you know? A 2007 University of Pittsburgh study found over 72% of children with depressive disorders had histories of sleep disturbances.
How to develop healthy eating habits. Good health is just a matter of taking a new approach to eating and making simple changes. You will need cooking facilities, a shopping list, healthy foods, breakfast, healthy snacks, and water. Optional, books and internet access. Step 1. Cook and prepare your own meals as often as you can. This will help you avoid eating processed and fast foods, which are higher in sodium and fat. Healthy, low-fat recipes and guidance are available in bookstores and on the internet. Step 2. Plan healthy meals and make a shopping list. Fill your cart with lots of fresh fruits and vegetables, whole grain foods, and lean meats. Step 3. Read nutrition labels. Pay attention to saturated fat, sodium, and sugar. The higher the numbers, the unhealthier they are. Step 4. Eat breakfast every day. Breakfast helps to rev up your metabolism. Make it a habit to eat something within the first hour after you wake up. Step 5. Try to eat small meals every 3 to 4 hours. Aim for 3 small balanced meals and 2 snacks. Step 6. Drink plenty of water every day. Water hydrates the body and aids the digestive system, and it's calorie-free. Step 7. Feel the difference in your body. More energy and stamina, as well as sharper thinking as you feed your body healthy foods. Did you know? A study found that more than 16% of U.S. children and teens are obese.